Yo, what's up guys? We're back with another video today, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving my full card predictions for the last UFC event this year, Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley. And this is actually it's not like the craziest fight night card, but I think this is a good way to end off the year with a good main event. And the prelims are overall solid. Like, they're not like the biggest names, but like if you keep like in touch with like a lot of like the unranked guys, you'll see that there are some good names on here. So without further ado, let's get into the first fight. Josephine Knudsen versus Pero Rodriguez. Before we get into this like fight, can we just say that that's a crazy name to have? Josephine Knudsen. Like, I maybe I'm saying that name wrong, but like if that's the way how you say it, that's a crazy name to have. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. But as this fight goes, Josephine, she's undefeated, and she's got 2 wins by decision. And as far as Pero goes, she's lost to like some decent, well, nah, she's like inconsistent. She's coming off a loss, and I think she lost after that. So she's not really doing great as far as her career is going. I mean, she's only 9-2. I can't really say her career is going bad. She's like, she only has like 2 losses. Like, she's not like a bum. But I'm gonna go, you know what, I'm gonna go with the undefeated female fighter. When they're undefeated, I'm just gonna go with them because they're undefeated. And I don't know much about either one of these two, so I'll go with Josephine just because she's undefeated. Again, I did the same thing with a previous female fighter, just because I didn't know who they were. And I just went with them because they're undefeated. This may backfire, and we'll see what happens, but I'm going to go with Josephine. Davy Grant versus Roman Tavares. I think I said the name wrong. Whatever. This is an underrated fight right here, guys. I'm going to say, I think this is going to be a decent fight. I know I got that wrong with the Brian Battle and Randy Brown, but trust me, guys. I actually think this one's going to be pretty decent. I'm not going to say it's going to be an all-out war, but I think it's going to be a pretty decent fight. So definitely keep an eye on this one. I'm going to go with Roman Tavares. I don't know how you say his name. I'm just going to go with Roman. I'm going to go with Roman by decision, I'd say. David Grant, I can't remember who he fought. I think who did he fight? I can't remember, but I'll put it up on the screen who he fought. I swear I remember his name, or I can't remember who he was. He literally fought recently, I swear to God, but I can't remember. But I think he either got knocked out or he lost by decision. But I'm gonna go with Roman. I know he had a controversial fight with what was it, the Ukrainian guy he fought at the beginning of this year. But I think he might have improved. I think he's improved from there. Their team must have like looked at that fight and saying, "Yo, we gotta work on your stuff. Let's work on this, that, yada yada." So I think he's gonna come in this fight a lot better, and I'll go with him by decision. Mirinda Maverick versus Jamian Lee Horth. Okay, that's an interesting name. This short notice for Jamie because Marita was supposed to fight Tracy Cortez. And I would pick Tracy Cortez to win that fight, but since she's pulled out, I'm going to go with Mirinda because she's got a better resume, she's got a better record. And although Jamie Lynn, she is taller, but she barely has a reach advantage. Like, it's kind of crazy. So I'm going to go with Mirinda because the reach is basically the same, but the height difference is going to be something to like keep a lookout on. I'll go with Marina by decision with this one. Another banger on the prelims. Miles Johns versus Felipe Lima. I'm going with Felipe Mina. I don't know how. I'd say by the submission again. Felipe Mina. He looked. I thought he was gonna get like fraud checked or something by like, what was it? I don't think the guy he fought was a Dagestanian, but it was from like the Muslim group of fighters, like you know what I mean by that. But no, he beat the dude, and I was so happy because the guy he fought was just like some dirty fighter or something like that. I didn't like him. And I was surprised he got that win because he took that fight on like a 2 or 3 weeks notice or something like that. It might have been 1 week or something crazy short, but he took the fight on short notice and won by submission. And he looked really good in that fight. So I'm gonna go with him by submission against Miles Johns. Good that they got Miles Johns because he was supposed to fight Cody Garbrandt back in like UFC Vegas 100. But Cody pulled out, and at least they got him to fight like someone before like the end of the year's over. So good for him, but he's losing this fight. So I'm gonna go with Felipe Lima by submission. I don't know which round though. Probably I'll go with first round. I think first round submission. Sean Woodson versus Fernando Padilla. These are some weird looking guys. I'm just gonna say it right here. These are some interesting looking guys. I'm not saying they're ugly or anything. Just interesting. I'm gonna stop talking about that. I'm gonna go with Sean Woodson. I haven't seen Fredro fight. I don't remember him fighting before, but I feel like I've seen him. No, because he hasn't, because he's got like the old Venom shorts on still, so probably hasn't been fighting in a while. So I'm gonna go with Sean Woodson by. I think he got a decision win. I think it was a controversial one though. But I'm gonna go with Sean Woodson by decision just because I feel like. First of all, he's a lanky fighter, but so is this guy he's fighting. Like, they both look long and lanky, but I think Sean Woodson's I think he's just going to be better. I have not seen Fernando fight at all, but I'll go with Sean Woodson by decision with this one. Joel Alvarez versus Darko Krols. I'm gonna go with Joel Alvarez. I think this is an easy win for him. Darko, I've looked at his record and how he fights. He's not consistent at all. I'm pretty sure he like almost dropped Armin, or I think that might have been Joel Alvarez because they both fought Armin Sarukian. But he didn't look good at all. And I think he's on like a 2 or 3 fight. No. Why am I saying why he's losing? Because he's literally won his last fight. But I don't think he's gonna win this fight against Joel Alvarez. I think Joel Alvarez is just levels ahead against Darker. I think Alvarez will potentially become a ranked lightweight soon. So I think this is an easy win for Alvarez. And if I had to say, I think it's gonna be knockout. I'll say it's gonna be knockout in like the first round. I'm gonna say that. Joel Alvarez has like a crazy reach advantage, like a 7-foot like reach, like that's kind of crazy. And he's 6'2". Like, what are we doing here? Like that's kind of crazy stats to have. So I'm gonna go with knockout for Joel Alvarez by like the first round. Michael Johnson, the GOAT of the UFC. No, I'm joking, guys. Versus Ottoman Azorito. I'm gonna go with Michael Johnson. I just think that even though he has like one of the weird, like he's basically even as far as his record goes. I think he's just better than Ottoman Azorito. Not really, like they're both kind of like washed because Michael Johnson's like what? I think he's like 37 or 38 or something. I honestly I feel like people forgot Michael Johnson, to be honest, because like I remember he was popular back in like 2017, 2016, and then he just like dipped, like he was just like everyone forgot about him. But I feel like he's kind of like one of those fighters that you'll see in like a lot of like legacy like highlights, and he'll be in the background of those fights. Like I don't know, but aside from that, I'm gonna go with Michael Johnson by either TKO or decision. I don't really know which one to pick with. Michael Johnson does have KO power. He does have KO power, but I don't think that he'll knock him out. I think it'll go by decision for Michael Johnson. All right, Nava Joe Sterling versus Taco Tucas. Taco Tucas, like tacos. You get it? Okay, enough of that. I'm gonna go with Sterling. I saw his knockout on the Contender Series. It was a nasty one. He said that dude. He knocked that dude out straight cold. And I think he's gonna knock like Taco out like the first round. Taco, dude, he got submitted in like the first round. Like that's kind of crazy. And that was his debut as well. So I think Sterling will get this win by knockout. I think this is a free win for Sterling. He looked really good in that fight, in his Contender Series fight. So I'm going to go with Sterling by first round knockout. Andreas Yanez versus Daniel Macros. I'm going to go with Daniel Macros by knockout. Andreas Yanez, like I think he's overrated. I already know he got fraud checked bad against Rob Font, and then he got TKO'd again by what was it? Martinez, I think it was. Yeah, it was Martinez. And then he got first round knockout win. Fair play to him, but I don't think he's good. I don't think he's good at all. I think it's a similar case where he got the Dominic Reyes type of downfall, and even though he got first round TKO, I don't think he beats Daniel Macros. Daniel Macros, he's on a run. He had one no contest, I think in a couple of his fights, or like in one of his fights recently. But apart from that, he's been winning all of his other fights. I think by most of them been TKOs, and he's also undefeated. So I'm gonna go with Daniel Macros by first round TKO. And I would be very surprised if Andreas Yanez won this, got the win against this guy. So I'm gonna go with Daniel Macros by first round knockout. Vitor Petrino versus Dustin Jacoby. Okay, so when it comes to this fight, guys, I was very tempted on picking Dustin Jacoby just because, how do you lose to Anthony Smith in the first round? This guy got submitted in the first round by Anthony Smith in 2024. And also that was like the biggest upset. I think that's like the biggest upset of this year, which is like, because Anthony Smith in that fight was like a plus 500 underdog, and Vitor Petrino was like a minus 800 favorite going into that fight. Crazy. How do you lose? I don't know, man. I don't know how he lost that fight. It's still just one of those fights where I'm just like, how do you lose to Anthony Smith in 2024? I don't understand. Roman Dolidze was able to beat Anthony Smith. So how did Vitor? I don't know. So, I was very tempted on picking Jacoby, but I'm going to go with Petrino. After thinking about it a bit more, I'm going with Petrino. Petrino's younger. Even though he lost, he's not like on a losing streak. Dustin Jacoby, he got TKO'd by Dominic Reyes. He then lost his second fight. It was a close fight, I'm pretty sure, with Amelfield, I think it was. But still, I don't think Dustin Jacoby is good anymore. Well, I wouldn't say I think he's decent. But what I mean is he's not getting better because he's 36 years old. He's arguably out of his prime, maybe. And I just don't think that he's going to win this fight against Vitor Petrino. But I could see Dustin Jacoby winning this, and it would be very funny. But I'm going to go with Vitor Petrino by decision. I'm going to go with decision or by TKO. Manel Kape versus Bruno Silva. Wow, this is the exact same name as another guy, Bruno Silva. There's a lot of Bruno Silvas in the UFC, which is it. I think there's 3 Bruno Silvas I could think of on the top of my head, guys. That aside, I'm gonna go with Manel Kape by decision. Manel Kape, he lost to that Dagestanian flyweight, and he did not look good. He said that he lost that fight because he had a broken toe. What is up with fighters? I guess having a broken toe is the worst injury you can ever have, because Conor McGregor pulled off his fight, Belal Muhammad pulled out of his fight, Manel Kape lost his fight because of a broken toe. I guess if you're Alex Pereira, you're immune to broken toes. But with Manel Kape, I think this is just gonna be an easy win for him. I think it's gonna be a tip tap type of thing, where Manel Kape just gets it done, just like when Bruno Silva jabs him, Manel Kape just jabs him back with some better shots. And I think it's gonna go by decision for him. I know Bruno Silva's on a winning streak, but who's he beaten? He's being like Cody, who Joshua Van schooled. So I'm going to go with Manel Cap by decision, but I could see a knockout in this fight. I could see Manel Cap knocking him out, but I don't think that's going to happen, like, at all. So I'm going to go with Manel Cap by decision. Cub Swanson versus Billy... Wait. Okay, Cub Swanson versus Billy Cortan. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother saying that name, guys. Like, yeah, no. I'm going to go with Cub Swanson. I think Cub Swanson... when he fought Andre Fila, back in like back on UFC 303, he looked good. He had a very close and competitive fight with Andre Fila. You could argue Cub Swanson won that fight, and I wouldn't disagree with you. I thought Andre Fila won that fight, but I wouldn't discredit people saying Cub Swanson won that fight. And I think I think for Cub Swanson, if he wins this fight, I think he's gonna retire because I think he's getting old. I think he's 40 years old or something. So I think this is a perfect opportunity to call it a career if he gets a first round TKO over Billy. So I'm gonna go with Cub Swanson by knockout. When I have no clue. But I hope Cub Swanson wins. I would love Cub Swanson to win. And if he does, I hope he retires if he gets the win. I feel like Billy could somehow win this, but I don't think he's gonna. I think this is a good win. I think this is a good fight for Cub Swanson to get a win here. Now we're on for the main event, guys. Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley. For this fight, I don't know who to go with. I feel like this is a close fight. Like the betting odds are kind of wide with this fight, but I don't know. I'm gonna go with Joaquin Buckley, but I could see Colby Covington winning this. I really could. This is just one of those I'm going with Joaquin Buckley, but I'm not confident with it. For Joaquin Buckley, for him to win this fight, he has to win this by. I feel like he's gotta win this by TK knockout or something like that. And he does have knockout power. He knocked out Wonderboy cold. I don't care if Wonderboy's 41 years old. That's Wonderboy's second time ever in his career getting knocked out. I think, or at least his first time in a while. So I feel like Joaquin Buckley's gonna win this by TKO. But I could see Colby Covington winning this fight. I really could, guys. It's a tough fight. It's a good fight right here. This is a really good fight right here. But I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm gonna go am I crazy to think that Colby could just somehow fraud check Joaquin Buckley? I know Joaquin Buckley's he has 6 losses in his career, but it's really right now where he's on the momentum. He's finally got the momentum he's been trying to get in his whole career. And I could see Colby Covington do it because he has the wrestling. He's a way better wrestler than Joaquin Buckley. I feel like he's got better cardio than Joaquin Buckley. And also just a weird thing for Joaquin Buckley. When he was fighting Wonderboy, he was doing terrible at the start. But as the rounds kept going, his cardio somehow got better and better and better. And then he knocked out Wonderboy. It's so weird watching how that happened, because you don't see that happen often for most fighters, but Joaquin Buckley, his cardio just got better as the rounds kept going. So I feel like with this fight, I feel like Joaquin Buckley might have a cardio advantage as the rounds progress, but I don't know. We're gonna have to see how this fight goes. But I'm gonna go with Joaquin Buckley by knockout or TKO. I don't think he's gonna knock him. Well, here's the thing. I don't think he's gonna TKO, knock out Colby Covington cold. Because I don't think that's ever happened to his career where he's gotten knocked out cold. But if Joaquin Buckley's gonna win this, he's gonna do it by he's gonna rock Colby Covington and he's gonna pressure him and he's gonna go boom 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 boom. And then he's gonna collapse, and Joaquin's gonna do ground and pound, and the ref's gonna separate him. And I think that's how I see Joaquin Buckley winning this fight. But again, I could see Colby Covington somehow winning this fight. But guys, that is my predictions for UFC Fight Night, Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley, for the last UFC event of 2024. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as far as content goes for the rest of this year, I'm going to keep uploading. And I do have a big video planned, so stay in tuned. That's going to come out before the end of this year, so keep an eye out for that. And I will see you in the next video. Peace!